Hi there.
Ow, hit my knee.
Hi there.
I was waiting for the truck to go by. Hi guys.
Hi.
We thought we would talk a little bit about surviving winter in an RV. We're hoping that winter is almost over. It's April 2018, so maybe it's over, or at least close to being over. I mean, it snowed 4 days ago where we were, but today we're in the 60s, so maybe it's almost over. But anyhow, we're by no means experts at RVing. We've only been doing this for a year, so we're just going to be able to tell you some of the little things that we discovered this winter. And if you have more tips, we would love it if you would put it in the comments for us. So, what are some of the things we need to do?
I learned that you got to keep propane tank filled up.
Yeah. You don't want to be in a position where you don't have propane to supplement whatever heating you may be using inside, like electric heat. That's great if it's above freezing, but those little electric heaters, once you get down below freezing, you probably are going to have to supplement with your propane. So yeah, keep that as filled as you can.
And also keep fresh water full also.
Yeah, because if your pipes freeze up outside, or whatever campground you're at, if they shut the water off, the one that we were at a few days ago left us a notice on our vehicle windshield that the water would be turned off at 2 p.m. because of impending freeze, overnight freeze. So we were lucky that we did have water on board, so we were fine. But if you don't keep some fresh water on board, you just may be stuck without water.
Also, keep a reminder. Put a little piece of paper on using the tank heaters. Put it up there to remind yourself if it's going to be
Freezing night.
a freezing night.
Yeah, sometimes we need reminders. What I do is I've got this little sticky note and I put it right on the mirror in the bathroom. We have to see it when we're brushing our teeth in the evening or at night or whenever. We've got to see this little note because it's right in front of our face. If it's going to be, boy, I can't even say bleep, bleep, bleep. If it's going to be below freezing, we can't help but see this little note in front of our face, so that reminds us to turn on our tank heaters. Even if you do turn on those tank heaters, there still may be a problem with the valves, right?
Yes. It gets up in the position it wants to freeze up. You can't hardly open them up by hand. Especially when you got electric ones, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So we have learned also that we put antifreeze, RV antifreeze
In our waste tanks.
waste tanks. That way it keeps that from freezing over.
Yeah, because even though you have those tank heaters on, there is a possibility that it may
won't.
get so cold that those tank heaters don't keep whatever fluid is in those tanks from freezing. And you can use a heated water hose. They are expensive, I know, but they are worth it. You need to
Yes,
get a
they are
heated
very
water
worth
hose.
it.
Yeah. But even with the heated water hose, if you tend to use a water filter, then what's going to happen?
It's going to freeze.
Yeah.
That thing got frozen solid.
Yeah.
I had a hard time taking it off the hose.
And he insulated it. He put insulation all around the water filter and around the water spigot. So the nights when it was 8 degrees outside, that water filter froze. And I've got some pictures of that. I got a little video on the little ball of ice that was right at the tip, and I'll stick that in here. I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but yeah, there's ice in there. So, if you're trying to figure out why you can't get water and it's below freezing outside, you might want to get this off your hose. It's frozen solid. So take off your water filter. If it's going to be below freezing, just take it off if you've got a heated water hose. We have the Berkey water filter inside, so
that helped us quite a bit.
we don't worry. keep that fresh water on board and put it through the Berkey water filter.
Let the sunshine in.
Yeah. Yeah, let the sunshine in. If it is a sunny day, it's going to help heat up your RV. If it's cloudy, snowy, whatever, then keeping the blinds closed will help keep that cooler air from getting inside the RV. But if it's sunny, let it in.
And also, you can invest in electric blankets. We did. I do. I know that for a fact. I use it all the time.
Even if it's not below freezing, Jesse wants to put his electric blanket on.
Oh, my goodness, I get cold.
I'm not exactly hormonal, but I'm not freezing, so I just fold the blanket over, and that's all I need. We invested in what's called the original brown box 5-disc ceramic furnace. We initially bought one of those tower heaters.
It didn't work.
But my goodness, after running that thing for an hour,
It still got cold.
it was still cool in the RV, so we wanted to get back to where we bought it and find something else before they closed. And what happened was, one of the guys that worked there, and this was at True Value, it was a local hardware store, he walked us back to the heater aisle and he showed us this little box, and I'll put a snippet of that in here, and he said, this is the best that we've got. And it is. It's really, really good. I mean, it's just a little maybe 8-inch by 5-inch heater that sits on your floor, but that thing can put out some heat. It is really, really good, and as long as it's not in the single digits, it works fine. We did supplement the couple of nights when we had like 8 degrees outside, 7 degrees. Yeah, we supplemented with our furnace.
Yeah.
But that thing is great. This thing is putting out some heat. Can you see how little that thing is? Just to give you a comparison, there's my tennis shoe next to this tiny little heater. And it's 75. So Jesse actually found it on Amazon. So you can order from Amazon if you don't have a True Value close to where you are, or a hardware store that might sell it. I mean, because that's where we found it, at a hardware store. At the hardware store, it was about $85 with tax. So I think on Amazon it might have been a little bit cheaper. That depends on your shipping, whether or not you're a Prime member.
Also, Joanne also learned about frosty walls.
Yeah. Making the bed one day, I kept thinking, this wall is so cold. And as I ran my hand across it, I realized there was frost inside the RV between the mattress and the wall. So I guess it's from breathing if you turn and face the wall, or the moisture that gets into the air from your propane furnace. If you've got a dehumidifier, you can use that, but we just learned to pull the mattress away from the wall a little bit during the daytime and let the warm air get on in there. You can't help which direction you're going to turn during the night, so your breathing does put out moisture. But yeah, we want to try to prevent frosty walls as much as we can, because those little things are cold.
Well, I think that's
Is there
it.
anything else that we can think of? Skirt, if you could possibly have one where you're at.
That's the best way to get a skirt around. They got some kind that you can snap on.
Yeah.
Have it designed,
Kind of made out of material, not that hard vinyl or metal or whatever. Yeah, some campgrounds won't allow that. But we didn't have that, so the floors were a little bit on the chilly side, so maybe a throw rug on the floor. Keep your shoes on. That's one of the things. Keep your shoes on.
Yeah.
So, those are some of the things that we learned this winter that we hope that we are presently leaving. Winter, that is. We'll let this truck go by. So if you've got any clues, we would love to hear them. I mean, because we're kind of new to this thing. We've only had this one winter in the RV. We did survive. We did not freeze. There were some days when it might have been a little bit cooler than it needed to be, had we known exactly what to do to keep warm. So any tips that you have, we'd love to hear it. Just
Sure.
put it in the comments. Anything else?
That's it.
That's it, guys.
Have a good day.
Have a great day. Bye.